Well, I'm delighted to say I'm joined by Kevin Scarce now from TurfKeeper. Kevin, we're here to talk to you about getting involved with the Turf Business Summit, which we're delighted to have you as one of our sponsors. But for people that aren't aware of what TurfKeeper is, I know it's a management system for people to use across all disciplines of turf, but what does that actually mean to people?
Okay, so TurfKeeper, as you say, Martin, it's an online management system. It's a web-based application where you can use it for a multitude of things. You can use it to plan work. You can use it to diarise what's been done on your sports facility. We're in a number of sports facilities, not just golf. We're in football, rugby, cricket, universities and schools. So it's really a platform where you can go in and you can plan work. You can communicate effectively because we've got a digital whiteboard feature on there. So in times of, just recently with the COVID and the social distancing, that communication's become a really, really strong point. So where, people have had to limit social distancing, people have been planning the day's work up in advance, projecting that onto a large TV screen. So the system can be used as a great communication tool, but more so it logs all the information. So, when I was in my previous role, I would keep a diary of events, what we'd done on the golf course or on the football pitch, and that would just stay in the diary. The real key benefit to TurfKeeper is that it's a system that comes alive with data. So when you've been using it to plan work and diarise what you've done, what it'll do is it'll crunch the information in the background and it'll give you really meaningful reports. So as a turf manager, you can click into reports at the click of a button instantly, and you can get the cost of maintaining your different areas, whether that be greens, tees, fairways, bunkers, your main stadium football pitch, even down to croquet lawns, whatever sport discipline you're at. We can get these really precise reports to show where all the labour time's gone, the cost, what materials have been used, who's worked where. So it's a system that encompasses all that. On top of that, you can manage all the machinery, all the stock. You can formulate fertiliser plans, chemical application plans on there as well.
So it helps you achieve efficiencies, and I guess it helps you keep a record of stuff in one central place so that you know where to go if you need an answer for something or you need some kind of documentation for something. You can generate that from the system, yeah?
It does, yeah. And with it being web-based, you've got great flexibility. So, for example, if you're in the GM's office or the secretary's office and they want some key information, you can, as long as you're at a device that's connected to the internet, there's nothing to download, punch your username and password in and you're on your account instantly. So, it's about getting that information really quickly, and it's about the efficiencies are driven by not having what I sort of describe as everything's fragmented. You might have machinery maintenance reports in a filing cabinet, fertilizer plans locked away somewhere else. But this system brings everything together and it's right at your fingertips. And you've got the benefit of being able to access it via mobile phone, tablet on the fly, in the middle of the course, in the middle of the training facility, wherever you are.
The Turf Business Summit, you're getting involved, you've decided to become a sponsor. What's your reasoning behind that, Kevin?
We've looked at the Turf Business Summit over the past few years, and we've seen what sort of response it gets. We've seen the quality of influencers that attend at great venues. This time it's at the Belfry, which is fantastic. We're just excited to be a part of that and to get, to meet people. It's not just about getting products in front of people's faces. It's about networking and getting to know people. And really, showcasing what we can offer and how we can help people.
We're certainly pleased to have you on board, Kevin, and we look forward to seeing you in October up at the Belfry. Different type of times that we're in. Have you found the last 12 months to be a plus or a minus for TurfKeeper?
I'm going to say that, to be fair, I think on the whole it's been a plus. I think people have had more time to look at this kind of thing. People have been less busy in certain respects, so they've had time to sort of analyse what they're currently doing. Certainly we've seen a real upsurge in people coming on board, especially since Christmas. It's been phenomenally busy. And I think now we are entering a time where, unfortunately, due to COVID, these protocols and measures have been put in place, and people now can see the benefit of using mobile devices and different forms of communication. We're not saying that we hope that's going to last forever in terms of people not being able to all sit together in maintenance rooms and staff rooms and things, but certainly, it certainly helped in that sense.
In terms of how the product's developed over the years that you've been involved with it and where it's going in the future, what's the roadmap?
A long roadmap. We've got many things that we'd like to achieve. The development list is forever growing. We're very big on user feedback. The system's developed with user feedback. So where we see it going is, the system is going to talk to you more. Systems need to talk to you more. They need to be telling you what's going on without you logging in to see things. I can only see this kind of thing growing as, a new wave of turf managers are coming through that were perhaps, we're talking back in 2013 when we first launched. The then turf managers on golf courses and football stadia were perhaps of an age where, when they came into the industry, they weren't quite, tech wasn't at the forefront. Even I know when I was at college that we did very little computer work, and that was back in 1997. So now we're seeing a new wave of turf manager come through, and they're brought up with this tech. So I can only see this growing and getting more and more popular.
Kevin, great to have you on board. Look forward to seeing you at the Belfry and probably before that at a couple of other events we've got planned in the build-up to the Summit 2021. And hope to hear more about the success of TurfKeeper over the coming months and years.
Thanks very much, Martin. We're looking forward to it as well.